Hi everyone, I had a super busy and hectic morning today, and so I'm quite happy to finally sit down and relax and do some sort of art related journaling. But before that, I thought I would do a quick flip through of my fashion journal. I only started it in August, and what I decided to do, because it's quite thick, this notebook, so it will, I wouldn't be able to do a flip through in one go when I finish it, and it will take time to finish it. I try to do it daily, but I don't have time to do it daily every day, and there are other things sometimes I'm doing, so I try to do as often as I can. But yeah, so as it is September already, I thought I'll just kind of go through the August. I haven't done that much in August because I started it, let's have a look, when did I start it? 21st of August, so I started it quite late in August anyway. But let's just, so I'll have a bit more time to talk about it, and I wanted to explain a few things anyway. So first of all, I don't know what it is about journaling, whether it's just me that has discovered it this year, or whether it's a kind of like a trend going on, but I feel that in the world that we're living now, where there is a lot of stress, a lot of negativity on the news, and all the politics and just everything, not everything, but there is a lot of negativity, that it makes you want to just go to your little corner, to your studio, to your desk, to whatever space you have, and pull out your pens and watercolors and whatever you have. And just, this is by the way how I'm keeping my pro markers. There's another box somewhere which I haven't found yet, because we moved to this house in October last year, and there are still a few boxes to be unpacked. So anyways, and I was just saying how important it is to just have that little space in your mind to just concentrate on doing something that you enjoy. And so for me, I decided to start this fashion journal because I always had that interest in fashion, and the illustrations are fashion based, and some of the things that I like to do, I like the collaging. So I wanted to have a book, a notebook, a journal dedicated to fashion things, where I can really explore how I can use washi, how I can do scrapbooking, how I can do watercolors, all bringing fashion and all of these art aspects together. So, and this is what this journal is about. So to begin with, I have used a strap of washi, and I have now shopped at a few Etsy shops, so I don't remember out of the top of my head who this was, but I will definitely put it here in the subtitle area. And so I've used the washi that she put on the envelope, because I really like the look of it. It's got that vintage kind of look, and I think she might be selling it as well, so I will put her shop here. Then I decided to put something else here, just because it was looking a little bit alone. It had to be kind of finished in a certain way, or it had to have something added to look finished. That's what I'm trying to say. And so I went for I am absolutely obsessed with empty washis right now. I just think they are fantastic. And anyway, this is the 6mm black matte, and I bought a bunch. I'll just grab quickly a bunch of MT tapes. I mean, I'll just show you right here. So, and most of them are all planes. No, most of them are planes. And look at this one, 3mm. It's so cute. Anyways, I'm catching off subject right here. So yeah, so basically it's fantastic. and I will come back to that tape in a second. So here I've just very simply, this was Marie Claire and different magazines, and do these kind of collages, and I just cut it out, and that was it. And I just used some washi here and there, and I stamped the date, not when I've done it, but this is the date of the magazine, just to remind me, because all the collages I'm using from this magazine in August are from this issue, from the May issue. So I actually just finished, and I put a picture on Instagram a minute ago about this title. I before that, you can see it in my previous videos, it was stamped, and there was something about it that was just, I don't know, this and this page, they were the two pages were really kind of, I couldn't get them. They started off looking very different to what they look right now, and now I'm super happy, and I can let it go and move on, because I find that if there's a page that I'm not fully happy with, I'll keep going back to it and keep on going, reworking it until I'm fully satisfied. That's something I have learned. So basically, I've taken the same matte black empty washi tape, and this is the 15 millimeters, and then this one is the same as the previous one, the 6 millimeters. And then I've used my pigmenting Uniball Signo white gel pen. It is fantastic. It just them together, it's I say it's like marriage in heaven. So the tape and the pen are just made for one another. They look really cool. So that is that. And yeah, beforehand I kind of tried to write this sort of script, and I really liked it. It's that extended kind of scripty font, and obviously it's too long, so I didn't extend the letters as much, but a little bit more than usual. And it's kind of like it's a fun font. I do like that look a lot. So here I've used some of the stickers from, let me just grab it, it's on my desk somewhere. Oh, it's right here. So these pink paisley Solavi stickers, and they're really fun for any type of journaling, but particularly fashion, because they're kind of like a black foil with a black acetate with a gold foil effect, so that works really well. And yeah, so that's what I've done, a little bit of doodling over here. So this page has changed a lot. So yeah, so I cut, there was this tip in. So first of all, I started off by doing this illustration here in the background with pink flowers, and once I then started working on the title page, it really didn't work. It was way too pink, and it just kind of wasn't coming together at all. So then I did step by step changes to it, and eventually I thought to cover it up with a tip-in, which was okay, but still when I would open up the tip-in, the flowers would kind of not work. So then I saw this from the same magazine. I saw this really nice shoot, which was something, so it was called Prairie Tales, and actually in translation it means something like green gardens or something like that. Let me just quickly look it up. Okay, so prairie means a large open area of grassland, especially in North America. So that worked perfectly, because obviously I had the flowers going, and I had a floral subject right here, and yeah, so it just worked beautifully. Also on the hat she has this like a black kind of ribbon thing going, and I really like that with the black washi accents here and there. It works really well, kind of connects it together. And I cut her out, and I cut out some of the green garden elements from another page that there was in the same magazine, and I really like how that looks. It kind of you know, sort of green and black, sort of, I don't know, it looks nice. And then I had to lose one of the illustrations. You can't really see her, but I'm happy with the way it looks. And then I did a little tag right here just to connect it all together. So then this one I think I have shown you before. It's quite simple and I like that simple look. It's just I cut out this sunglasses spread getting ready for the summer. I really like her glittery lips and the crazy sunglasses, and I don't know, it kind of looked kooky to me, and I like that look, the style, and it's a standout style. So these were the Chanel glasses, so I stamped that. That was the same font that I stamped the title originally with, but I kind of yeah, I like it here, but I didn't like it with time on the title. I've done some doodling, I've done some stamping, and here I cut out some succulents from a washi. Then on the next page, this is the Jane Davenport washi tape. Let me just grab it quickly. So one is like that. It's like a rainbow, not rainbow, yeah, but like a watercolor swatch in rainbow. And then this one below is when she turns the swatches into little kind of like fashion illustrations, sort of like dresses and outfits for the girls. So that looks really pretty. So that's what they look like on the washi. And yeah, I kept it not too busy. I kind of kept a lot of the page coming through, and the idea was that I do a color wheel and then just do the illustrations that come out in and out of the color wheel, and they're all wearing the same blush and the lipstick as the swatch. So that's how I've done it, and yeah, it's kind of a playful spread. And then also use some of these. I think I stamped the date here, which I messed up, so I had to cover it, and then I decided to stick these arrows right here. This one was mostly just taking a nice spread on Chanel, an article about Karl Lagerfeld, and just cutting out every element and sticking them back together how I felt looked better for my journal. And I haven't added much here except for this lovely washi, which works so well here. I kind of struggled to find good use for it. It's sort of like a pink background with gold palm tree leaves, and it just works beautifully on this spread because there's quite a bit of gold on the sequins and the feathers, so it just pulls it all together really nicely and adds a little bit of character, but not distracting, because there's a lot of texture and patterns going on as it is. So I really like this spread. And the only other thing I've added is the date stamp and this cute washi tape with the arrows, which I have used here as well, and the little heart sticker over here. So this stamp, in case you're interested, is by Little B, and I think I bought this at Hobbycrafts. Okay, so this one was something experimental. So I cut out Scarlett Johansson from the cover of the Marie Claire, and I decided to kind of do an illustration and do some doodling, use some watercolor and all that. So actually I have a process video on this one if you want to see. And then later on I just added these lines to kind of finish it off. I found that it was a little bit unfinished, and so that's what I've done. And then this one was a lot of work. I had to go back to it a few times to be happy with it, and I realized the more I go back and the more I do something, the better it ends up. So sometimes you'd be scared to to kind of mess it up if you overwork things. But I find with journals, especially collages and things like that, you just, if you don't like something, don't bear with it, do something about it. Do a collage, do whatever. So here I'm very happy because I've done I've taken a textured paste, and I've took this, I think it's a doily stencil by Tim Holtz, and I just kind of applied that textured paste, and that is it. I mixed it, I think, with something. I did mix it with some watercolor. Oh, Dr. P.H. Martin's, and that came out. I wanted it to be more of this kind of ruby color, something between red and a hot pink, but it came out too pink, which I wasn't too happy because I felt it kind of wasn't working. So I tried to rescue it by adding some of the Dr. P.H. Martin's kind of pinks and getting some reds on the roses and things like that. And yeah, the thing that I really was happy in the end is adding these scraps from the article, and it kind of made it look like there is, you know, an article about her, and then somehow the lace comes out. It just kind of, I don't know, I like that look. I also added the piece of article right here as well, and that works quite nicely. This is a lovely camera stamp which I have purchased on one of my Etsy orders. I'll share the shop below here, and that's again the stickers. And here's the final page, because I can see we already have been I have taken long to explain this. So this is the final page of the month of August, and I've taken again Scarlet Fever. It was from the same article. There was a nice kind of article about Scarlet, and I have added some Wink of Stella little shimmer, which works really beautifully on the tulle. And I've done some doodling, and I thought, because of the tulle being such an airy fabric, I wanted it to be kind of not too busy. I wanted it to be open, and I stuck some of these feathers, which are also from the same Etsy shop as the camera, so they're the transparent stickers. I love how they look, they're absolutely amazing. So here's another one. And on the other page, what I've done was I basically ordered my Mr. Darcy from Chic Sparrow, and they have included a few stickers in my order, so I decided to use that. And I love this kind of feather, and it also makes me reminded that around this time I received my Chic Sparrow, so Mr. Darcy, so that's a nice little element. And I then decided to just kind of copy the feather slightly and do the girls out of the feathers, and that works well. I tried something different for the hair. I went for like a reddish purplish color, like a maroon color, rather than the black or the grey, and that works well with the feathers. And yeah, and then I put a piece of the article here as well, just because again it kind of makes it like a nice piece of embellishment right here, and it's not too busy. So this is it for my August fashion journal. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. See you soon.